Hello everyone, great to see you all today. Now, we're going to do one of my most favorite recipes. Definitely a favorite of my children and proving to be one of the favorites of either many thousands of followers on www.PrimedForYourLife. We have over 150 countries where the blog is being viewed, and this one is our #1 recipe, so I'm very proud of that. Of course, it's a gourmet pizza, not made with white flour because that's low in nutrients, could give you a leaky gut, could cause brain permeability, stimulates your appetite, is low in nutrient. White flour is also sometimes has a more glycemic index than sugar. So it then causes inflammation in your body and could lead to disease. We don't want that. What we want is great nutrients, food that feeds your body and feeds your mind. That's what we want. So how do we do that to make a pizza? Well, it's not so difficult. First thing, we're going to use broccoli, right? But we're going to not use we're only going to use the stalk of the broccoli. So of course we steam our florets, but then with the stalk, we simply grate it into a container, and that's what we use. Okay, so we don't throw this away ever. We just wash it, grate it, and that's one of our ingredients. Sometimes we also use zucchini, okay? Often we also use this one, our spiralizer, and we make zucchini noodles, a favorite in our household. So we've got the vegetables which we have grated. Next, we're also going to use cream cheese. My personal favorite is Philadelphia cream cheese, okay? So we use roughly, I've used 2 broccoli stalks, some zucchini. We're going to use roughly half a block of cream cheese. You can use less. I've put 3 eggs and I've whisked them already, okay? Then I'm going to also use some coconut flour, okay? Very easy to make. You just go and get your coconuts, ask them to grind it, then you have your desiccated coconut. Once you have your desiccated and your milk, you bring it home, you simply squeeze it again to get more milk out, then with the desiccated coconut, you dry it. You put it on a tray in the oven, very low temperature, stirring every now and then you will have dried desiccated coconut. Put it into a grinder, voila, you have coconut flour. And of course, you don't want to use processed white flour, okay? That will have negative health consequences for sure. Okay, so what we do now is, I've got my 3 eggs whisked. I've actually let my cream cheese melt a little bit, or it's been out of the fridge for maybe 1 hour, and this will make it easier for me to then mix in with the eggs. Now, I'm going to do that now. Just sort of mash the cream cheese a little bit, okay? Now, what I'll do is, I'll add in my vegetable, okay? So this one's a combination of broccoli stalk and zucchini, okay? So that goes in as easy as you like. So I'm just going to mix it a bit, or as thoroughly as I can, and I'll add the flour in last, okay? Because what we want to do now is really make sure that the cream cheese is mixed in with all of these other ingredients. Now, also, we love spices in our house. Spices are so good for you, okay? So I recommend that you get some extra spice in your life. How do you do that? Well, you could just simply add some Himalayan salt, 1 teaspoon. Done. You could add some pepper. Pepper is a great spice that we also enjoy. And last but not least, turmeric. Turmeric has anti-inflammatory properties, like this whole dish actually. And it's also made more bioavailable when it's mixed with pepper, okay? So you get the great benefits of the turmeric, plus you've got the vegetables, the cream cheese, the eggs. It's almost the perfect dish. So I'm just going to mix that some more. Now remember, every time that you eat, you are either going to be causing inflammation and fat storage, or you're going to be having food that's anti-inflammatory and fat burning. So I know which one I prefer. I prefer to burn fat. Okay, so, and that's what this dish here is. Now, that's thoroughly mixed at the moment. What I'll do is I'll add my coconut flour, okay, roughly a cup. And also I use my favorite cup. It's Mount Labo Exploration and Development Corps. They're one of my favorite clients. Johan Radsmer and the whole team there are fabulous. They went primed 6 months ago and their health results have been amazing. Not only losing weight, that's a side benefit, more energy, less stress in their lives. Their brain functioning works better. Period pain from 8, 9 out of 10 to 0. So they've had remarkable transformation. Why? Because they eat food like this. That's why. Okay, so flour is in. Simple as that. Okay. Now I'll just mix that well. Now please remember, if you have any feedback on these recipes or the YouTube video, please, you're welcome to email me at PrimedForYourLife@gmail.com or leave a comment on our blog site. We'd love to hear from you. So this is almost mixed already. Just give it a nice stir. And again, one thing, we're going to do a video later on greasing the groove. What that means is just practical ways to keep fit. I use a stand-up desk. Also, cooking. Cooking is a great way to be fit because you're bending, you're moving, you're using your muscles. Okay, so now what I've done is I've got this one nice and mixed. I'm simply going to put it on my baking tray, which is here. Before I put it on my baking tray though, I'm going to put some coconut oil, okay? This coconut oil is primed, centrifuged, organic, virgin coconut oil, okay? It's the best there is. So what I want to do is, I'm just going to take a tablespoon, add that on, and then just mix it. It will just make it easier for when I once I've cooked my dough, it makes it easier to take off, okay? Now, of course, my hands are clean, they're well washed, so I'm just going to use my fingers on the baking tray. Yep, so just make sure that the coconut oil is all over that. Again, just makes it easier to take off later on. And of course, coconut oil is one of the best products that you can have, whether it's for your skin, to have straight from the spoon, to mix with your smoothie, or to cook with it. Of course, when you cook with coconut oil, it withstands high heat temperature. Please do not use vegetable oil. Your arteries constrict immediately. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put what I call the dough, though technically it's not really a dough. It's just my mixture for gourmet pizza. Just going to put it on like that. Maybe 6 little ones to start with. I'll just do 3 for this one. And then I'm just going to pat it down. Make it into a shape. And of course the thickness that I want. This one I'm going to make maybe half a centimetre. Okay. This one I might make half a centimetre as well. So simple like that. They can be varying sizes. Okay. And then main thing, and shape. Obviously I'm going for a round shape here, but just as nice also is to have a square shape. Okay. And then of course later on, if you're making a nice pizza, all you're going to do is add your homemade tomato sauce, okay? Garlic, onion and tomatoes stewed, and then you put your tomato sauce there, or you can just use fresh tomato. Then we add some, could be chicken breast, or we could add some spinach on top and cheese. Sometimes we use salami, but of course we try to make sure that we have the best salami, ones with no added preservatives and chemicals, and one that we know we can read the ingredients that's in there. Okay, so I'm going to make the other ones in a minute, but this is just going to go into the oven maybe an hour only, or even less, and just at a low temperature, maybe around about 150 degrees. Okay, so that's it. We'll do part 2 later on, where we show you the dough as it's been cooked, and we make the pizza. Okay, over and out. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye everyone.